Hello everyone, welcome back to No Man's Sky 2021. Today we're playing Permadeath in Next Generation Update. We are going to go get the Mistress of Frost. I'm very hopeful. I've got my fingers crossed that it's going to happen quickly. Before we can do that, we need to call down the hauler that we're going to take with us. Look, I heard this guy land. Let's go ahead and grab this hauler. There we go. She is not too badly overloaded. Let's see, we might have to get rid of some stuff here. We can put that in there for sure. That belongs on the freighter, so does gold. We got plating, dioxide, good grief, carbon, oops, sodium. And that actually should be on the other ship, so we'll put it in the freighter. Alright, I just wanted to make sure that we had everything off of this ship so that we are certain that we have room. The Mistress of Frost is actually a bigger ship than this one to begin with, but if I'm not able to get it in an S-class, that's going to limit the number of slots. Let's go ahead and charge up the support of life. Oops. What's going on there? Goofiness. Activated copper, which I picked up for the purpose of charging portals. And then the other day I went to charge portal and used indium, I think it was. And we had a good laugh at that. If I'm not going to be using it, I shouldn't be carrying it. Alright, oops, one more. Mistress of Frost is a hauler that I found on Permadeath the Journey, and she is located in Euclid. So this portal address goes to Euclid. Game Mode Steve also went out and got her. And because he was able to successfully get here, that inspired me that it's still going to be there. This would be easier if I was saying the numbers. Let's see, where was I? Diplo, there we go. Very slow at this today. I can barely see anything. Alright, the very last glyph on here is the Triforce or triangle. And so there is the glyphs. If you want to pause and snap a picture, 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. I gave you a little countdown for the pause. Alright, we have the correct hauler. We have plenty of money. Let's go get Mistress of Frost. The reason I didn't get her in that moment was because in that moment I had other things to do. And this takes time. Going back to Euclid, going to Ocean Beaches, you know, doing this whole part of getting the portal. All of this stuff takes time. Let me go. I know, I discovered Bolshoi. Wrong thingy. Bolshoi. I discovered Bolshoi 2 years ago. Wow, it's been 2 years. That's amazing. Now, one thing I'm not sure. I do not have an economy scanner. Can I make one? Let's see here. I think so. I think I can. I need chromatic metal. Boom. There's chromatic metal. I don't know why I'm not carrying any. Here we go. Just in case. Just in case we actually need a trade post. This holler is okay. It's not terribly pretty to look at, though. Not like Mistress of Frost. Mistress of Frost is a fan-in-wing, hawk-wing, full-size hauler. And she is silver and blue. And the first time I saw her was on that planet right there that we just portaled to. Saw her on a trade post at that planet. That was obviously a few updates ago. Quite a number of updates ago. Alright, here we go with the long, hard part. We have a long runway, as you can see. And it is always more difficult to buy a ship off of a long runway. We also have a ship that isn't always first wave. And I don't know what the mechanic is and why it's broken. When I bought her, she was first wave. And I'm not sure I remember completely how the wave looks when she comes in. It's only been a couple of months since the last time I bought one. I hear an engine noise. It's my broke neck freighter or hauler has an engine problem. Is that what's going on? Can I get away from it? All right. Here is one of the haulers. I'm hoping she comes in this class, but it's not necessary. We can upgrade that. This is most assuredly not the right wave, but we'll wait it out. We'll go ahead and there's probably 20 methods for doing this, but two that I know. One is to get out of your ship, and sometimes that means getting in your ship first. The other one is when you arrive at the space station to immediately reload, and I think that's predominantly when you teleport in. We portaled in, which is the same thing as warping in, so that was definitely the first wave. It's very late at night for me. I thought I'd try this instead of getting up at the crack of dawn. All of the videos that you saw last week were shot the day that you saw them, and which is very unusual for me. It's very tiring to do that. Now we don't want to save and reload because that's going to bring right back in those same ships. We're just going to reload. And hopefully that will change that first wave. Make it space station oriented. My butt's fuzzy. There we go. We have some sound. I sound like I'm standing in the bathroom. It's very weird. Here's a something. There she is, right there. So we waited for that first initial wave to come in, and then without saving, we reloaded, and that is going to bring her in, and hopefully she comes in an A class or an S class. Because B to S is significantly more nanites. There's my beautiful ship right there. As you can see, she is absolutely full-size and gorgeous. That's a C-41. We are not going to accept a C-41. This is the wave that we want. Hopefully we can get her to come right back in without having to reload twice. It's a possibility, though. But I definitely want something better than a C. This is basic ship shopping mechanics. And for a long runway, which is the hardest way to do it, a long runway on a space station, definitely the most difficult path. And we'll be looking for that first ship to come in. And hopefully followed immediately by Mistress of Frost. If not, we're going to have to do a second reload without saving first. There is a explorer, an explorer. English language first, maybe. Starts with a vowel. And there is the fighter. We totally skipped right past the hauler there. I'd have to do a cold reload without saving first. Which is fine. I would much rather be picky and get the ship I want. What's that? Oh, that other shuttle. This fighter is also available. This Tier 3 fighter. That's a good example. And this Tier 1 fighter is also available here. It's a great system. Let's reload without saving. Saving and reloading restarts the first wave. So if your ship is 100% first wave every single time, then you're going to want to save and then reload. If your ship is on the back half of the first wave, or it's definitely a second wave ship, then you're going to have to go through the whole first wave. Reloading just speeds up the process. It clears the deck and brings in the next set of ships much more quickly. There's a lot coming in right all at once. Unless the space station is spinning and those are stars. It's taken me an immense amount of time, really doesn't look like it, to learn these mechanics. And this particular ship can sometimes be super difficult to get it to come in the door. It's pretty special. There's the fighter again. That is an A3812. And it looks like we're looking for the back half of this wave. So we've got the same 4 ships, or the same ships. And then we have these ships, which are going to pull up and leave. And wait their turn. And we're going to see if we can hasten that in. When the ability to upgrade starships came along, a lot of people ahead of that were saying that's going to kill ship hunting. And then it happened. And then people realized how really expensive it is. Now, for me, I can stand on the deck and scrap all these ships and have the nanites to upgrade, within an hour. And that's generally how I do it, is I scrap ships, I sell off the upgrade modules that come with them. Scrapping small fighters is best because you get the most modules most of the time. And so it's pretty okay for me. I've got 1 billion units. I can do this. But But then we realized that quite often the S-Class, natural S-Class, is actually a better ship than the one that you upgrade. I am stuck in this. I'm stuck in this wave. It's time to get unstuck. Just gonna unstick this wave as best I can. We can go down to a trade post, or we can just re-land in a different position. Orgeau Station. Look at that, we got 2 fighters again. The A3610. I've said this before, don't ever buy an A3610. It costs way, way too much money to upgrade that ship. Yeah, we just saved, so let's reload. This can be, I thought this would take 10 minutes. We're 16 minutes already. But then I also thought that the fight for the freighter would take between 11 and 20 battles, and it took 4.5 hours on 2 separate days. So yeah, this save isn't that that great of a seed. Come along. All right, we are starting with the same wave. We're gonna have to get past this wave. Back itches? Where's my back scratcher? I would buy this fighter if it didn't have that thing sticking up. There's my ship. And we got a B-44. And we got a B-36. And we got an A-29. And she sometimes she comes in twice. A-27. Where's my A-class Mistress of Frost? Grr. I'm gonna get rid of my hauler. Get the parts back from building that. We're gonna exchange my hauler for Mistress of Frost. And then we'll have to save and reload to get rid of my hauler, my old hauler. And we'll give this a few more minutes. See if we can't get her to come back in. I could have scrapped my hauler. That would have given me some more of the money back. But that's not what I planned. We'll see how this goes. Such a mess. I didn't do that in a very good order, did I? Oh, look, we have an emergency warp. Goodbye. The emergency warp sits in a super bad place in the quick menu. And I use the quick menu a lot. And so when you're trying to use the economy scanner to find a trade post, the last thing you want is to emergency warp away. Uh-oh, duck. I wish we could crouch in this game. I don't know what key they'd bind it to, though, because C is scan. Oh no, it brought in the shuttles instead of the Mistress of Frost. Stand on top of her. With long runways, it's especially important to face the entrance to the space station. When you first arrive in a space station, don't run upstairs and go to the GTT or in the back rooms. Don't engage in any activity that takes you away from looking at the entrance, because it can stop or delay the spawning of ships, which will certainly mess up the ship order. And since Mistress of Frost is one of those irregular ships, you definitely want to be right involved when it comes to ship spawning. Go away, shuttle. It's gonna sit there because I'm staring at it. There it goes. Oh, that's the... I was like, what's causing that glow? It's the fan. Come on, bring me a better class than a B. I'll take the B. It's fine. I think that's the lowest class I've ever bought this ship in, is a B. But I don't mind the B. I'll take the B. I can wait it out, take the next one. But you notice that the first one was a C, and that is a C class. That is representative of this character's seed. The freighter battle was about 95% C class freighters with a smattering of B's and A's. And they were all low A's, A32, A33s. Not good at all. And I just said to Lava, I'm going to give up, I'm going to quit. I said the same thing to Jean, I'm going to give up, I'm going to quit. And the next battle was the S34. Such an amazing moment. That's it. You're it? You're the only ship coming in? Dude. There we go. Alright, that's the end of the wave. Let's see what's next. I would give anything if that Tier 3 fighter didn't have that fin on it. I've seen it more times than not as an A38-12, and I've also seen it many times as an S38-12. I've been coming here and shopping for the Mistress of Frost for 2 years on different saves, and she's a special sweet hauler. Even as a B-class ship, her maneuverability is almost as much as a fighter, and it exceeds the maneuverability of a fighter. Her hyperdrive at a B is 106 light years, almost 107 for this particular one, which is great. She definitely outclasses fighters. I don't think I'd want to get involved in any battles with her. Just because she's a hauler, and it does take longer to turn a hauler. She's not designed for fighting. She's designed for defense. As you can see, even as a B class, she's got almost 198 shield, which is something that you have to build on a fighter. 275 is about 50% of a S-class fighter's shield, so this thing as an S-class is right around that point, just with its base shield and a blade of armor, so she's designed to defend herself. All right, we got nothing. We got nothing coming in. This is the broken mechanic here that you're seeing. The ships stopped coming in. People complain about this all the time. This is not the normal mechanic of space station ships. They should come and go at a very steady pace. Come and go, come and go. But the mechanic is broken. And the same thing at trade posts. You should be able to land at a trade post, be immediately surrounded by ships. They don't stay as long as they do on the space station sometimes, at least not in my opinion. They leave, new ships are always surrounding it, ready to come in. Unless there's another trade post right next to you or a minor settlement right next to you, it should be a very steady flow of incoming and outgoing ships. And even with a long runway, it shouldn't take this long for ships to come in. So we're going to just take this one more minute, see what the next wave is that comes in. And that looks like her right after the fighter. And then when we come back next time, what do we got this time? When we come back next time, we will be working on this. She's not 48. I'll take the 46, even though I wouldn't take that reduction in a fighter. I will take it in a hauler. So we're going to exchange all this. This cuts down the number of nanites I'm going to need to improve it. And we're also going to grab this extra stuff that we wouldn't have had otherwise. And there we go, another 49 million. We've now basically paid for an S-class ship, and we've got an A46 and 8. And there she is, the Mistress of Frost. She is a gorgeous ship, and I'm gonna try to get away from her if I can. Get a good picture of her. See if I can get the sun a little bit more bright. There we go. A little bit higher up. All right. There we go. There is the Mistress of Frost. This one's an A46. She'll be an S-class in no time. Maybe even as early as tomorrow, because I'm going to need to scrap some ships now to get some technology for her. I want to thank you all so much for coming along. If you have questions about ship hunting or comments about easier ways to do ship hunting with these somewhat broken mechanics, please leave your comments below. Please like the video so that more people will see it. Thank you again so much. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.